gonna try to quickly show the site that I built as a final project for my minor. Basically, we're gonna go through the front end and back end of this page, try to quickly understand how it works. Okay, let's start with the site itself. It's called Chicken Productions. Here are all the options. Hover over buttons, we have a hero page, we have a carousel here that was implemented with JavaScript, we have back to the top button, newsletter that basically stores them in a database using SQL. Here are like the different pages. This is of course the home page, the beginning. This is the about page, about our team, with like the option when you hover top of those pictures, you get this effect with like this box shadow, who we are, services, these light animations using JavaScript, about rebranding videography, portfolio. The portfolio is the part that like I believe is the best made with this lightbox option that basically triggers the full image and this like hover effect from CSS, slightly transforming it to bigger. Here another carousel with basically that loops the pictures with like first and last clone, like makes a clone of the first picture, makes a clone of the last, and basically creates an infinite loop. I use the same technique here about this project. Now we're back to top button and our contact form, which basically when you fill, there is a second SQL database that gets filled. Okay, let's check quickly our layout first. So our layout is pretty simple. Not that simple, but it's pretty understandable. Meta charset, this is for the symbol that it's gonna use and understand. The viewport, the initial scale, basically our HTML is structured semantically, so basically here are all the links and the title, the metadata, and so on. Here is the semantic body with the header containing navbar and the logo. Here is like the main part that is basically filled by using Jinja with the templates, the HTML from the templates, and the footer that usually is supposed to contain copyright and links to social medias, but in my case I have the back to top button because I don't have the other element. Here is the script. Basically this is this here function defer or defer, I don't know how it's pronounced exactly, but it makes sure that the script is not loaded prematurely, so I don't have bugs in my HTML as I did in the beginning. Here is our Flask. Basically, I'm pretty proud with this. It imports the different libraries, it uses them, it creates Flask. Here is the connection, creates the databases. Basically, here are the routes that we have with the get post methods, so we can actually get the newsletter. I have a basically very basic honeypot system that checks if there is spam and bot activity. I have it also in my contact form here, as you can see here. If it's a bot, it basically doesn't append anything, doesn't save anything, doesn't insert anything. Here are my other pages. Basically here is the export subscribers that's supposed to like export everything into a CSV file, comma separate value file. Here is like the export contacts, which is the second database that we have. This is if somebody wants to upload the file in render, which I did already. Here is the small PyTest that basically checks if the pages are working correctly. The main JavaScript here, this is for the hamburger menu. It basically checks if there is a click on the hamburger menu. If there is, it expands different CSS element that basically creates it like a vertical menu, like I showed you earlier. You can show the CSS if there is time. Here is the portfolio, creating the light boxes, handling the closing of the light box. The thumbnails, yeah, the carousel image. Here is the carousel image with the buttons like previous and next button. This took a lot of time to make. Basically measuring the size of the picture, having a counter. There is a counter that always counts the images, and based on this counter, it calculates the loop. Yeah, the transforms the thing. Here is the second carousel, the next button, the previous button. Yeah, and basically this is the JavaScript. It's about the two carousels, the buttons. The carousels took the most of the JavaScript, and the portfolio. Here is the favicon. If it loads, okay, here is the JPG version, here is the PNG one. This is my static folder, basically, with all the images here that I created myself. Every part of this project is like a thing that I created myself and edited. Let's look at the site again. Basically, let's fill this. Here you get thanks for reaching out, we'll be in touch soon. Message here, let's subscribe.